Hi friend, how are you? It's Pat Sloan here on July, what are we on, Greg? 8th. Yes, Wednesday, July 8th, which is Block Wednesday. Woohoo! I'm excited, finally excited to get going on a picnic started. But so we're going to do that first. We're going to talk about going on a picnic, then I'm going to give you the challenge, and then I'm going to answer a question at the end. Woo! So that is the schedule. And if you will see, Norm is back here hanging out with me today in the studio. He's watching over it since I really can't be doing much in here because I can't pick up anything anymore yet. Still no picking up things. So Norm is just hanging out in here, keeping all my things company. All right, so going on a picnic. The first topic is big or small, and here is the block. So Greg's going to show you the block. Got my little sign, and the link below the video is the link to download Going on a Picnic. So this is the first block, which is the split star, which I love. I love the split star. So it's a lot of fun to do. My friend Anne helped me with the blocks, so it's been a lot of fun to work with Anne again. She and I have been friends forever. Okay, so come on up, Greg. So every week for Going on a Picnic, we'll have the block, and it has a sort of a topic. That's the word. A topic for the day. And big or small is a type of picnics that you go on. So that's what I'm exploring today on the website. Are they just little intimate picnics, you and maybe your best friend, your spouse, or is it a bigger thing like a family reunion? I mean, there's all kinds of picnics. So in order to kick off the whole series, that is the theme. So when you show your block, I always love to hear something from you, something personal about the theme. So if you would tell me maybe about some of your big or your small picnics that you go on, maybe something that's a tradition like a family reunion or a picnic you do every spring to your favorite park, whatever it is. I like to hear that kind of thing. It's fun, it makes it more personal, and then you make friends sometimes. Somebody else has gone to that park, or so it's really pretty cool way to experience the whole so long, is to go all in with it. So I'm going to come back to this block a little bit later at the very end when I answer the question. So the next thing is the challenge. The challenge today is, sorry, my brain's not totally, okay. I kept forgetting. The challenge is playing favorites. So what does that mean, playing favorites? I want to know about your favorite pre-cut size. Pre-cuts are those packages you buy that are already cut up for you from one single line. And so I'm going to look at some pre-cuts here, tell you a little bit about them. Particularly if you've never bought a pre-cut, this might be the day that you think about having a pre-cut or think about buying one, because they're a lot of fun. These are called charm packs. They're 5-inch squares, and they're always, is it 40 or 42? I don't know. Greg will have to lift it up there and look on the back. I can't remember if it's
42.
Yeah, they're all 42. So almost every manufacturer now has a pre-cut as 42 pieces from the line, which means if there are not 42 pieces in the fabric line, there will be some duplicates, it's pretty awesome. But it lets you have a chance to see and work with all the pieces in the line. So this is Mackinac Island and Harvest Road. This happen to be two of the pre-cuts that I have. I use these for my Oh My Stars. I use 2 of them to make the smaller version. So that is a charm pack. So let's go on to another pre-cut size. Here are jelly rolls. Jelly rolls are the same thing. They are 42. Yes, I'm looking. 42 strips, 2.5-inch strips. And this is the brand new. Let me see if I can get this on its side here. There we go. Oh, it's upside down. Greg will help me turn it. There we go. It's called Dear Christmas. This is what I was going to do the jelly snowflake with, but we weren't sure the fabric was actually going to be in by the time that the you know, everything started. So I had to go with a different one, but I already had gotten it from the manufacturer. It is so darling. It's much more pastel for Christmas with pops of yellow, but you get the whole line again with some duplicates. You can pull back, Greg, that's a little too close. And so it's got this sort of light green and then that gorgeous red. So these are jelly rolls. Tons of things you can do with jelly rolls. It's another wonderful pre-cut size. Okay, come up in a second. So what we're going to do next is talk about the pre-cut that I seem to be buying the most of lately. I don't know how that happens or why it happens, but I think we all go in cycles where we become attracted to a certain size, maybe find a lot of patterns to use that pre-cut. So right now I'm playing favorites with layer cakes. Layer cakes are 10-inch squares, just like the charm pack, but bigger, 10-inch squares. And if you happen to buy a layer cake, if you cut it into 4, you can go down here, Greg. So if you cut a layer cake like this, it's 4 charm packs, in case you're working with a project with charm packs. I picked up this line this Halloween from my good friend April Rosenthal, and it is so darn cute. Greg's going to go ahead and flip the edges here so that you can see some of the prints. It's Halloween, but it has this, here, wait, I just love, love, love. She's got this in several colorways. It is so wonderful. And there's also in there, there's a spider web fabric and a gorgeous plaid. Yeah, ghosts, super cute ghosts. They are really cute. The plaids are fabulous in here. There's a black spider web. Oh, this here, Greg, show that piece. That's one of my favorites. I like that orange and white with the flowers. She also has some little kitties. I'm not sure if we can see the kitties. There's a nice basic, very nice tone on tone. Let's see, I know here, was that it? The kitties?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there's one, there you go. Then she's got this super cute kitty fabric. So I'm thinking, oh, look at that. What I'm thinking is using the layer cake book that I showed you a lot. I couldn't find it to bring it up here, but I'm thinking of doing this, doing a Halloween sew along with the layer cake book, you know, after I get access to my fingers again. So this is one that I'm thinking of using. If you think that's a good idea, if you want to make a Halloween quilt with a layer cake, let me know in the comments. Now I also did grab this fabric because I really like it. And this one is from my friend Joanna. So it's not the same line as the other one, but I did get it because I really liked this sort of orange peel thing in here. And I also picked up, excuse me, picked up Joanna's pattern. There we go. This has been a pattern that I've loved for a long time. And I thought, well, when I was getting the fabric, I thought, well, I'm just going to get that too so I can have it do sometime. So I don't know if I would do a layer cake sew along with the book or maybe do it with this pattern. Either way, it would make a fabulous sort of fun sew along to do. So that's what I'm thinking about because I would like to do. I am going to seriously need to sew something once I get access to my hands because I am having major withdrawal and it is still, you know, a good, what, six weeks plus, you know, 8 weeks, who knows how long before I can do anything. Now I did want to show you a book. This is a whole series of books. They're called the Big Books. And this one is called Perfect Quilts for Pre-Cut Fabrics. It's from my publisher, Martingale, The Patchwork Place, and it has 64 different quilts in it where you use pre-cuts. These books are gold. When you have a pre-cut that you're just sitting there looking at and you're like wondering what should you make, yeah, so Greg will flip to a few pictures. There was one, like where the pictures are. Here's one here. This is super cute, like a puzzle. Look at this one here, head. Go back. Yeah, I love this one. I can't read it upside down and know what pre-cut it is, but the book has all the different pre-cuts. Those are cute with the little clouds. Here, this is a neat one. There's a pattern. There it is. This got you can see that there was more of a cohesiveness of color, so there wasn't a lot of different colors in this particular set of fabric, and I like how that turned out. So there you go. There's lots and lots of things in here. Here's a really cute one that's scrappy. So I wanted you to see that because these are the kind of books, you can come up here, Greg. These are the kind of books that are excellent to have in your library, because the other thing that I do is I cut my scraps into the size of pre-cuts. That way I can go to a book like this when I have a bunch of pre-cuts and it works fine. You know, I totally can have what I need. Okay, so I want to wrap this up with going back to our block for today. Greg can like come down and look at the block here. Because today and going forward with going on a picnic, there's opportunities for you. I gave you a lot of different, I had a nice bundle of fat quarters. I was basically working with a line called Goldenrod. And so the quilt will not use all the fat quarters, but that gives you an opportunity to play with your fabric. You could decide to do, instead of the background here, you could have done a different fabric. You could have done two fabrics, and with a print instead of having just the background in a print. I want you to play around as you're going to be sure that you get the most out of what you're doing and out of your fabric and have the most fun. Okay, I had a question where somebody asked me, how did I feel about somebody changing the color placement of a block? I think that you should change the color placement. Just because I used two fabrics doesn't mean that you couldn't use more fabrics. You could have used two for the outside and then two more for the insides, rectangles. Play around. You don't have to do it exactly like I have. You have the block, you have your fabric, have a bit of fun. All the blocks also have at the back that I show you the block and repeat. So if you really love a block and you want to make a whole lap quilt or a table runner or whatever I show you, there I give you the directions for that. Okay, down below are the links for everything. Thank you for using them to do all of your shopping. That helps support our small family business. Greg and I appreciate you so much. This has been a lot of fun. I can't wait to see everything you're doing. And yesterday was a fabulous day on the Quilt Along with Pat Sloan group, where we had table runners galore. There were so many gorgeous table runners. Lots of new projects started, I think, too, because people are like so excited to see them. I love you. Have an amazing day, and I will talk to you online. Mwah.